Everyone, just wanted to kind of introduce, this is my third running bike, so just wanted to introduce it. This is a 2022 Harley Davidson Lowrider ST El Diablo. I think it's a FXR ST, I believe is the model number for the El Diablo, which is pretty significant. It's kind of cool. I just got done doing a few last minute changes. It's kind of Sturgis Eve for me because I'm headed out this weekend. I'm gonna go up a week early, be there for the first few days of the rally, taking this in my Buell Super Cruiser, my family, and just gonna go have a great time. And just got done doing, I put these OG Motos on, I don't know, about a month or two ago, and I really like them. It had some Thrasher mini boards, and they were cool. Nothing wrong with them. I just wanted to give those a shot, kind of showcase some more gold stuff. I just got done, and I actually did paint on these wheels. It's like a metallic paint, and I thought they turned out pretty nice. And then I put brand new Pirelli Diablo Sport Power Cruiser tires on it. It has a 117, just a stock 117, but it does have a S&S 475 cam. It's got the LePara seat on it. I just kind of got this recently, and it has the kind of the grip tape. I really kind of digged that. At first I thought it was looked a little kind of off-putting, but anyway, I'm really kind of a fan of it. And I had two different seats. I had one that was like super, it was a Mustang, and it actually came with a bike, and it was just bulky and super touring, and it just didn't look good. And then I had kind of a Harley switchback seat, and it just wasn't, it was way too narrow in the back. So this one I think is a compromise for the wife and I. You can just kind of throw it on, and that's really what this bike is. This is kind of my two-up, almost my bottom bitch, you know what I mean? And then just the other day, you know, this bike had forwards on it when I got it, and they're perfect for me, just with my height and everything. So I got this for a fat boy. So you can see it doesn't have the plug in it, and it's a gloss finish. And anyway, I ended up having to do some things to the inner primary to make it go, but figured it out. And I literally took delivery of this bike the day before Sturgis last year. And so I've done a lot of things to it since then aesthetically, you know, just little stuff. It already had kind of these thrash and pullbacks on it. I did put these bars on here, I think last fall, just to bring the bars up a little bit higher. And those are, I think that's a Fat Bagger's bar. Pulled all the wiring and everything. And the way these go together, if you've never used a Fat Bagger, they actually bolt together, and it just makes pulling, especially when you're pulling the internal, the twist grip wiring up here, it just makes pulling everything that much easier. So anyway, I like it. I think it's 1.25 inches. Looks pretty good, just a little different. I considered multiple options. I just decided on that. May do something again down the road. And this one is number 509. So anyway, good, kind of a good little number to have, and always been a fan of these. Wanted one when they came out. They were very, very expensive. There was dealers marking them up, as you know, if any of you guys were in the market for one of these. Oh, and I put these in here, changed the headlight. You know, everybody's using those Bajas. I really considered it. It just seemed like so many people were going in that direction. I decided to go a little bit different direction. And then I did kind of smoke this headlight out a little bit. That's a clear view, medium windshield. It's just perfect for me. But anyway, yeah, it's got this, it had this pipe on it, kind of the S&S race only pipe, 475 cam and a tune. And I've got some more plans for it down the road, but as of right now, I kind of leave this bike mild. Like I said, this is the wife and I's kind of two-up bike, so I really don't want to get too crazy with it. But I just wanted to, my review is going to be this. I think these are fantastic, and I've recommended them to a lot of friends of mine, especially older guys that don't really have the strength anymore to hold up a big, heavy touring bike. I think these are that perfect compromise of wind protection. Obviously, this bike has the stereo in it, and it sounds great. I mean, it sounds good at high speed, and I think it's excellent. I mean, now the only thing is I got an iPhone 17 recently, and I've had trouble with Bluetooth connectivity. So any of you guys, if you've got any fixes, let me know. I'd really like to hear what some of you have to say, because I know other people have had some trouble. It worked awesome before. I've tried all kinds of resets and everything else, and it just won't connect right. So anyway, But let me know what you guys think. Pretty mild bike, and but I just can't wait to take it to Sturgis the second time around. And these are really good. If you're in the market and you're considering a lowrider ST, I really think for the money you get a lot of bike for your money. They're nimble. You get really pretty good brakes, stock brakes out of the right out of the basket, right out of the box. They stop really well, and they handle really. I mean, yes, you can do Öhlins and all kinds of upgrades, and I may do that down the road, but just to try to keep it economical, I haven't done that yet, but that day may be coming. But as of right now, I really dig it just in stock form with just the aesthetic things I've done. So anyway, you're considering one of these, give me a shout out. If you got any questions, you want to know anything about it, I'll tell you the good and the bad of this bike. I mean, everything can't be a positive, but overall, I wanted one of these bad. I kind of test rode one. I did a demo ride. And for me, I didn't care for the mids. So kind of some of the selling points behind this used was the fact that it did have forwards already. I did dig that. And then it had some little mini boards, and I changed these out. And then of course, I may have to do, I put these on here when it had thrashing boards up front. I may have to do something different just to kind of get them matching again. But anyway, one step at a time with this thing. I've got like 3 bikes, and then I've got chopper projects and everything else, don't ask. So you can imagine what's going on when you've got, all you guys that have multiple bikes, you know how it is. You have to prioritize not only your spending and what you're trying to invest in them, but then also your time. And then of course, you guys watching me in my videos, I just got done doing a full restoration build on the Mickey Rourke Black Death motorcycle from Harley-Davidson Marlboro Man. So I've had a super busy year, and I decided to take some time and just focus on my stuff. Obviously, I had to get it ready for Sturgis. But beyond that, I think even going into the fall, I'm just going to focus on my personal projects and just try to put everything else on hold and just get my bikes, my FXR and my Buell and this kind of where I want them. But anyway, super excited for Sturgis. If you guys have never been, it's just an unbelievable time, and I recommend anybody. It's kind of an expensive trip depending on how you want to do it. You can do it more economically if you're willing to camp out and do things like that, but if you've never gone, there's just nothing like riding up there. And I go to ride, not to party. There's obviously a party element. You can go up there and do concerts and hit the bars, and the nightlife is pretty incredible too, if that's what you're looking for. If I was a younger guy, that's probably my thing, but I just love to ride. There's so many incredible, just epic roads up there that are, there's some of the best in the country. I think they rival anything. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, subscribing, commenting. I just love all the great comments. Good and bad. Everything can't be a bed of roses with you guys, and I realize that, but for the most part, all of you guys are just unbelievable. And but yeah, if you guys want to know anything, lowrider ST, pretty mild, and I plan on keeping it that way. Like I say, may do the Öhlins down the road. And really the main reason for me to do the Öhlins right now, you got to take the seat off when the wife rides with me. If I keep it dialed up, when I ride solo, it's super harsh. And I'd like to be able to get it to where I've got the knob out here and I can adjust on the fly. That'd really be, for sure, Öhlins out back. The front forks, as far as I'm concerned, for the riding I'm doing, it's pretty good. So anyway, if I see some of you in Sturgis, that'd be great. Give me a shout out. Holler at me. Maybe we could go ride one day. I got a couple other people I'm meeting. So anyway, let me know if you're going up there and some of you guys want to ride. We can do the Harley thing. We can do the Buell thing. I'm going to be kind of going both ways. So anyway, thanks for subscribing, watching. You guys are the best. See you later. Let's hear this thing a little bit. It really sounds, it's got a really aggressive cold start note when you start it up. Once it's warmed up, it kind of the idle smooths out a little bit, but yeah, you can definitely tell. It's got a pretty good little camshaft, nothing crazy, but it really runs pretty good. Never had any troubles. Well, I did break a compensator. Other than that, this thing's pretty good. Rides like a dream. Looking for a good girlfriend that
trailer park right there is a hell of a place to find one. A lot of them around. They're all looking for a man too. So if you're interested, holler at me. I love this bike. When you kind of rev it, you give it that shift. It's got this awesome little burble it's got. People always ask me, oh, you gotta put a louder pipe, you gotta do this and that. No, this one's perfect. I love this pipe. And it came with the bike. Hear that if you're really running this bike hard, like when I go up next week to Sturgis, and you got this thing really wound up, you're going into your corner letting it engine brake. Oh, this thing has an incredible sound for a Harley. Nice little decent, no pops, just a nice little burble. It's a fun little area to ride. It's not too inhibited, too inhabited, I should say. What's going on, boys? Those are great kids. I don't know them, but they're great kids. What's nice, and when you live in a small town like I do, everybody's super chill. You don't get that in big cities. They both have their pros and cons. I've lived in both. Grew up in a big city, moved to a small town. And I'm kind of motorcycle boy around here. There's a few people that got Harleys, but kind of deep into it if you haven't noticed. I don't live over here if that's what you're asking. I almost did. Then the COVID happened and the housing prices just got insane, so I live with the poor people. Because I have bikes, my bike addiction keeps me poor. Oh, it was super hot, 100 degrees today, 102 I think. Now, it's probably around 88 or so as the sun sets, and it really feels pretty good on a bike. And about 27 miles an hour on a Harley Davidson, not too bad. After a hell of a day. There's nothing quite like it. If you've never rode, get a bike. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? What fear? You don't have to start on something expensive like this. This is a pretty expensive bike. I worked my way up to this. Started on a Dyna. You'll get you a $3,000 or $4,000 Dyna. Learn how to work on it. Fix it up. Slowly move your way up. Next thing you know, you'll be building them. Getting ready for next week. Be ripping. I really love when you go up and ride in the Black Hills. I love the big swoopers. Like, yeah, the technical stuff when you're doing Iron Mountain needles, it's good. But Bonneker Canyon, even right in Custer State Park, where you got the really big swoopers, it's just fun to lay one of these over on its side and just hold it. I love that. Plus, you know, you don't have to take such a risk. You know, you can see the curve all the way through it. You get some of those tight curves on Iron Mountain or needles, you don't know what you're going into sometimes. So you got to go in real cautious. It's fun when you can really maintain your speed and see all the way through the corner. You know what you're getting yourself into. You kind of know where to keep your speed. pretty cool. They know me. And I did upgrade this screen. I can't remember. This is the. I can't remember the brand of the screen, but I upgraded. The stock one was all scratched to shit when I get it. I see that's a big problem with them. So I upgraded to this one. You can change the color. Obviously, I put it red, match the bike. And I like it. I like the interface. I mean, it was easy. Changed it in 5 minutes. Simple. And it didn't break the bank. So now your fuel gauge is here. That's your tach. Gear indicator. It's a little bit different. Your mileage down there. Yeah, this bike is super comfortable to ride. I mean, it really is. You can push it around. It's light enough to push around. The bags aren't, obviously, they're not huge, but if you're just going for the day, you're not going to pack for a weekend on this bike the way it is. But for going for a day, it's a perfect bike. Just barely on the gas. This thing really runs good if you want it to. Not the fastest. I've had a 131, and of course I've got a Buell Super Cruiser. I've never rode a Harley yet that fucking touched that bike. And I mean, I've rode some fast Harleys, some radical ones. They ain't gonna mess with that EBR. You'd have to bring a hell of a bike to that race. Hell of a Harley. But for what this bike is, something to ride with my wife, cruise around on, listen to the radio. It's got cruise control. This bike is fantastic. It's got everything you really want. I mean, unless you just want a big screen, a big interface, I don't want that. I like this thing just like it is. Light, nice and tidy. That's why I think the Lowrider SD is the best bang for your buck bike in the Harley lineup. Anybody asks me, I recommend it to everybody. I don't know why you'd want anything else. I mean, it does it all, and it does it all well. It checks a lot of boxes. Yes, Road Glide's going to get you down the highway, thousands of miles, probably better, but it doesn't, they're heavy, you know, and this bike's going to be faster and have a lot more performance right out of the box. Handling, braking, everything.